And so, in a sense, I mean, it's like an old common sense thing that's become not so common sense, but it's that idea, girls, you hold the bar high, you've got a lot of power. First of all, in this culture, I think you have 10 times more power because the high standard in this culture is so rare. It used to be like that was normal. Now it's very rare. And what's true about things that are very rare is that they're very sought after and very valuable. And so, but that high standard would make a guy want to be a better man to win you. It'd be a motivator for him to kick his butt and do the man thing and grow up and do what he has to do. Like, yeah, she's a princess. I want to win her. Go for it. But now we're demotivating guys and we're hurting you, girls. Because our culture is saying, put your nudity out there. You're not, spread your legs to every guy that comes along. Put your nudity out there. And that's how you're going to capture the great guy. Yeah, good luck with that. The kind of guys that will come after you are probably not the kind you would want. And so, it's actually the opposite. It's demotivating the guys. Think about this. Just think about a time in culture where for a young man with the same hormones raging as all you other guys, some young man, like in my dad's generation, he said he didn't know one guy at Poly High School that was having sex. He didn't know anybody. He said parents would kill you, you didn't have time, it just wasn't happening. Maybe in the whole school a couple guys were. But he said, but here's the culture then. You fall in love with some girl, you don't get to have her sexually until you put the gold band on her finger. Which meant you had to become something and get a job and actually be able to support her. Which was a motivator for you to kind of kick your ass and arrive. Kick your butt. You have to kick your, I don't have to edit that. You have to kick your butt and arrive at a place of being able to take care of them. But you see the difference? Now, we're encouraging almost these shows geared towards even kids, it's all about all this drama and sex and all. And it's so we're taking something that was reserved like a reward for a guy becoming a man and winning the heart of a girl. Now we're saying, girls, give this great reward of you. And if you underestimate how much of a reward your sex is, you're not thinking clearly. Give this great reward. Here's some boy, he's 15, and I say boy because he hasn't figured out who he is or where he's going yet, and he's just playing games and partying and chasing skirts, and he's a little bit cute and a little bit cool. So I'm going to reward his bad, unfocused, immature behavior by spreading my legs and letting him in. And basically what I'm saying is, I approve of you as a man, and here's your reward. It's like, what the heck? You're rewarding somebody that doesn't have a clue, an immature punk that's got a maturing body. And is it any wonder then that we get boys that are in this lifestyle partying and hooking up with beautiful girls and not becoming anything to do so, and so they stay in that pattern, and now they're 25 and they've been doing that all through college, sleeping with beautiful young ladies, one after another, that are throwing themselves at these jerks because they're so insecure and desperate. And then the guy's 25 and he's still living in mama's basement now. He's got his little Maxim magazine and his six-pack, thinking he's the man because he pays for his cell phone. A part-time job at Best Buy. And it's like, dude, you should be like a man by now and having children and supporting a family. But he never arrived because our culture has rewarded his irresponsible stupidity. And so we're living in a weird culture, and if you don't go against the flow, that means you're going to go with it. And I don't think it's going to take you to a happy place. So maybe consider that, girls. Hold the bar high. You're just very much worth it. I don't care what you've done. And again, in this culture, I am not shocked at people who are very sexually active. I'm so shocked at those that are not. Just amazed at those who haven't gone there yet. But if you have, maybe consider that. Different perspective. Now, guys get hurt too, and I've kind of already touched on how they get hurt in some ways. I think one way is just that a whole lot of guys get caught up in this kiddie pool lifestyle, in the immediate gratification of sex, and they never get focused on where they're going. And guys aren't good with trying to have two focuses. We're not good multitaskers. To really excel, you got to kind of focus like a laser beam and put off some other things. And then another way I think guys are getting hurt is that girl that's been hurt a few times and she shut down her heart, and she's got that brick wall of emotional pain. Sometimes here comes this good guy, and he looks past all that and sees like, well, you're quite a treasure there, and he's like, I love you. But she's saying, I've heard that before. He said he loved me, he was doing me, and he said he loved me, and that guy, he said he loved me, and they were just using me. So yeah, right. So here's a guy that is for real, and now he's trying to fight through this wall of emotional baggage and stuff that he didn't put there, but some other idiot did. And that hurts a guy. And hopefully he can love deep and strong enough to get through it. Okay? Now another thing is a guy that doesn't give a rip about a girl so much, he doesn't care who she's been with, he doesn't want to catch a disease, he just wants to have sexual friction with her. If a guy loves a girl, like, whoa, you're my princess, like, you're the one. He's not psyched to have to sort through and process through that before he came along, some other jerks were putting their junk between her legs. And I'm saying it bluntly not to hurt anyone, but from a guy's perspective, that's exactly what happened. It's not about like, oh, it's my first love, and it just didn't work out. No, it's like that idiot had his stuff in you. And he was doing you. And to what degree is your memory back there? Like, is he still in your head? I hope not, because I kind of want to be the only one that's there. And you know what? It's not wrong for a guy to want that. You understand? Like there's a natural male exclusivity, protectiveness about a girl he loves. I mean, it can go overboard to where it's stalker jealousy deal. But there's also a healthy sense because you know what idiots men can be. And if you love something, you're going to protect it. And so I want to say true love can get past that. And the further it is behind you, the further it gets forgotten and left there. But I also want to acknowledge young guys are getting hurt really deeply.